tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
From politics to global events, from social issues to breaking news, Lead Story Prime dives deeper, cuts through the noise, and uncovers the stories that shape your world. Join us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for Lead Story Prime with me, George Davis, for an hour of incisive analysis, expert interviews, and unparalleled coverage of the issues you care about. Lead Story Prime, your front row seat to the most compelling discussions. Lead Story Prime, where the truth comes first. Only on CVM TV.
Welcome to CVM's News at Noon. It's Tuesday, June 10, 2025. I am Curlin Brown. With June 1 long past and the hurricane season officially underway, President for the Jamaica Association of Principals of Secondary Schools, JAPS, Linvan Wright, believes more should have already been done to prepare schools for the season.
Well, there's always concern about hurricanes because no matter how prepared we think we are and no matter how prepared we hear we are, if it does come and comes in a category, God forbid, like category 4 or 5 or even 3 as we had recently, it can be devastating. What I think we have never had as a country, is just faith in the infrastructure, in integrity of the infrastructure that we have. And schools have for a long time been shelters. But I think the maintenance work that should be done at schools is something that has not been consistently done. We are waiting too much on the moment to come for us to do the repairs.
Member of Parliament for Portland Eastern, Anne-Marie Vaz, continues to tout the prospects of immediate job creation for over 3,000 young Portland residents due to the construction of the Boundbrook Urban Centre in Port Antonio.
Member of Parliament for Portland Eastern, Anne-Marie Vaz, has reportedly been working since 2017 to relieve the congestion in Port Antonio by instituting an urban centre in the Boundbrook area. The news comes as the China Harbour engineering company CHEC officially began work on the project on June 5. According to MP Vaz, this will herald the development Portlanders need.
This Boundbrook Centre, 148,000 square feet of building, of which 6,000 will be for BPO, which will provide immediate jobs for over 3,000 of our people, young people here. Immediately, even prior to this day, employment has begun because of this Boundbrook Urban Centre.
Factories Corporation of Jamaica FCJ Chairman Littleton Shirley says the project has an 18-month timeline. He explains that the work done during this period will be fueled by Portland-based workers.
One of the beauty we have in their contract stipulate that the workers, the labor force, must be from the area and must be locals, right? Predominant. I have no concern that Portland haven't seen development for so many years.
And according to Port Antonio Mayor Paul Thompson, the urban centre will house many prominent entities currently located in the midst of Port Antonio.
This means a lot to the staff of the Portland Municipal Corporation because this is where their new building will be housed and other entities are coming here, Father. So I want us to work with the program that Mr. Shirley is about to commence here, he and his team.
Meanwhile, Shirley shares the construction and eventual utilization of the Boundbrook Urban Center is a potentially transformative development for all Portlanders.
Nika Lewis ending that report. Now, in a groundbreaking move set to redefine the future of education in Jamaica, the island's very first AI-powered state-of-the-art learning and development room has been officially launched at the Camperdown High School in the corporate area. We have more on this bold leap into digital transformation.
Dubbed the L&D Room, this high-tech hub is not about circuit and screens, it's about innovation and equal access to tools of tomorrow. With voice-activated systems and machine learning at their fingertips, students at Camperdown High School are no longer only being taught traditionally, but also for the digital world. Information technology teacher Iwan Smyko says this room holds many features.
The room is powered by Google, and which is Google AI, and what that does is allow voice recognition to activate different features in the room. And the program and the software that will be being used is Scratch from MIT, which is the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, where it's programming software that uses block programming to allow students to create animation, graphics, and gaming software.
But it's not only the gadgets that are impressive. The room symbolizes a culture shift, one that encourages creativity and curiosity. Principal Valentine Bailey says this move is one fit for today's digital era.
What we want to do is to move away from the traditional approach to teaching, where we rely solely on the whiteboard or so on. The technology has changed significantly, and so we are happy for this learning development. And while the core purpose of the room is for coding, we're looking at a bigger picture. We want to use this room, and we were given a mandate by Mr. Ferros to make sure that the room is dirty. It is used every day. So one of the things we want to do with this room is to personalize learning a little bit more.
Education Officer Christine Bartley says though the room is a step in the right direction and technology is the way to go, she reminds those who will utilize the room to remember the generations to come.
So to all the persons who will be using the center, I'm empowering and I'm saying to you, let us not just use it for learning, but remember, maintenance is important, and taking care of all the equipment and all the resources in the room would be part of our responsibility also.
Shante McNeil, CVM News.
Do stay with us for more from our news and sports desk coming up in a moment.
Jamaica, the Reggae Boys are on the road to the 2026 World Cup. On Tuesday, June 10 at 6 p.m., we converge on the National Stadium as Jamaica battles Guatemala in World Cup qualifiers. Let's bring the noise for the boys and fill up the office. Admission bleachers $1,500, grandstand $5,500, VIP $10,000. Get your tickets now at jff.corporate.com or visit the JFF on Instagram. June 10, come make noise for the boys. And it's brought to you by Ray Nephew, Stuart Auto, St. Mary's Snacks, Just Bet, Powerade, True Shake, and Water. Ready, tech, grow. Business is fast, easy, flexible, and costless. Oh, entrepreneurs, let's go digital. The government of Jamaica and European Union present Digital Jamaica Training Series. Learn how technology grows your business. Choose the right digital tool. Manage your staff, customers, and money digitally. Data security and privacy. Artificial intelligence. We'll be in every parish. Apply online. www.jbdc.net. Log on fast. Digital Jamaica. Powering connectivity for MSMEs.
Welcome back. Thanks so much for staying with us. Sweet prospects are on the horizon for Clarendon's farmers. From cocoa recovery to a new sugar factory, the parish is positioning itself as a key player in agricultural resurgence. Shante McNeil tells us more.
Come July, ground will be broken in Clarendon for a brand new sugar factory, with 12,000 acres already leased for sugarcane and 27 acres secured for the facility. Major economic gains, including jobs, are expected. Agriculture Minister Floyd Green made the announcement recently at the handover ceremony for farmer beneficiaries under the Cocoa Frosty Pod Disease Management Program at RADA's Clarendon Parish office in Maypen.
They have already gone through most of the approvals. Their last thing was waiting on the environmental, and I got some good news that they have gotten through that, and they will be invested in the first phase about 50 million United States dollars. I think that will be a big boost for Clarendon. I think that will really help drive back the economy of Clarendon.
Green also noted that since 2016, the cocoa industry has been battling the destructive frosty pod disease. Between 2018 and 2022, nearly 6,000 acres of cocoa trees were treated. Now, in partnership with RADA, the ministry is pushing for long-term recovery.
RADA has taken over the fight against frosty pod, and over the last 3 years, we've seen tremendous improvement. Tremendous improvement in that we've treated over 2,145 acres of cocoa, especially in Clarendon, St. Catherine, St. Andrew, St. Thomas, parts of Portland, parts of Trelawney, and parts of St. James. But what RADA has been able to do is exactly what Mr. Henry spoke about. Transition it from just a project to a farmer-centric model.
Farmers are now leading the fight, using integrated pest management and improved practices to combat the disease. And the results, Minister Green says, have been promising.
We've been able to assist over 1,098 farmers. We've been able to train 1,817 farmers through our Frosty Pod Farmer Field School, and our 360 RADA extension staff and other areas across the ministry, including JACRA, we have been able to train them in the identification and management of the frosty pod rot disease.
To support the industry's revival, a container storage facility has been installed and post-harvest collection bins have been upgraded. Green says these are key steps toward rapid expansion. He adds that the focus now is strengthening disease management to protect the new generation of cocoa crops.
We are looking at 450 acres new fields that we want to outlay with plants and to ensure that they're treated with the respective fungicides so that we drive down the incidence. And also we're going to be having 60 farmer field schools, which we're saying to farmers, come out to ensure that you keep on top and that you're trained to do the management.
Shante McNeil, CVM News.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has made provisions to deal with what he describes as an escalating issue, domestic violence. He says police stations across the country will host dedicated units with police officers who are trained to provide counseling to Jamaicans wanting to resolve domestic disputes.
We have put in place the domestic violence intervention centers, and they are right across Jamaica. We have one in Constant Spring, Matilda's Corner, Maypen, Santa Cruz. We have one in St. Catherine, in Portmore, in Negril, Gale in St. Mary, Bobby, in St. Thomas, St. Elizabeth, and St. Anne. And I want to announce tonight that you see that brand new police station that we are building, which will host the St. Catherine North and probably will become a divisional headquarters. We are going to put there one of these domestic violence intervention centers. It will be a state-of-the-art one. And what these centers do is that if you end up in an argument with somebody and it looks like it is going to go to violence and you have to go to report it, and you have to go to the regular police reception area, Sometimes people don't bother want to go there, so. What we have is a special unit. Sometimes it's going to be located on site, but in a different location, with the proper counseling and the proper support, so that we can ensure that if you have a problem and you can't handle the problem, before that problem escalates to you pull your knife and stab somebody or take acid and throw upon somebody, believe me, you just go there and say, listen, officer, I have this problem. And these police officers are specially trained. They are coming there with the special training of how to counsel you through this challenge.
Back with more. Stay with us.
The Time is brought to you by Ford Territory.
One strict, one slick, and the other. Ghetto Misfits presents Leslie Last Boy. One son with 3 fathers. The hilariously moving Father's Day stand-up comedy special with IT Ellis plus surprise guests. Leslie Last Boy. One son with 3 fathers. Sunday, June 15, Courtney Auditorium. Gates open 5 p.m. Showtime 6:30 sharp. Get your tickets now at SpurOpen.com. Info line 876-542-4160. Laughter guaranteed.
In a world where innovation meets tradition, agriculture is evolving like never before. From the latest sustainable farming technologies to age-old practices passed down through generation, agriculture is
precious to me.
I love the animals. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I love working.
Join us right here on CVM TV every Sunday during news at 7 as we explore the people, the science, and the breakthroughs that are shaping the way we grow, eat, and live. You don't want to miss it. This is Farming Forward.
Continuing with CVM News at noon, PNP aspirant for St. James West Central, Dr. Andre Horton, is expressing confidence in his chances of winning the upcoming general election. Speaking on CVM's lead story, he says the work he's been doing in the constituency speaks for itself.
I don't have to say anything to them to convince them. They have recognized the work that I've been putting in the various communities since I've been there, even though I'm in opposition. I mean, the challenges that they face across the length and breadth of these communities, we have been doing our best to rectify them, and where we can't, we have been really doing the research to see how to rectify them in the shortest order with the smallest budget. And I think this demonstrates to them that we're serious about leadership. So it's not just about lip service, it's about doing the research about what is necessary to move these communities forward. Since I've been there, I've embarked on what we call Make Jamaica Safe program. It is an acronym, the SAFE, for Sports, Arts and Artistry, Financial Literacy and Financial Understanding, as well as Economics and Enterprise. And this has been very impactful. One, bringing communities together, bringing different rival fractions together, and really bringing peace and civility and understanding of what it takes for communities to really improve and evolve.
Infertility, the inability to conceive a child, is a complex issue with various potential causes. Now, while the infertility conversation is typically focused on women, it affects males as well, with roughly equal prevalence. Now, according to obstetrician, gynecologist and reproductive specialist Loxley Christie, Jamaican men must make positive adjustments to their lifestyles to reduce the chance of infertility.
All right, so male factor infertility occurs when a couple been trying over a period of time, typically what we accept to be a year, to get pregnant, and it does not happen, and the diagnosis is attributed to the male. So if I just stop smoking, you can see an improvement in your sperm quality within 3 months.
Oh, wow.
The simple things like that. So as you get older and you've been exposed to more and more environmental toxins, smoke, pollution, lots of things can impact as you get older. So it may not lead to infertility necessarily, but it can lead to poor sperm quality.
To the international scene now, 10 people have died following a shooting at a secondary school in the Australian city of Graz. According to police reports, 6 females and 3 males are among the dead. The suspected gunman was a 21-year-old former pupil from Graz who did not finish school and who used 2 legal firearms and reportedly killed himself in a school bathroom after. Here's more from the BBC.
Graz is Austria's second largest city and is located about 200 kilometres from the capital, Vienna. So let's go straight to Graz. Bethany Bell, our correspondent, is there. And Bethany, just about every single detail that we've been learning is absolutely horrific here.